Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And Adam in Cherville said, feed me, give me the biscuit, I need it.
It's one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
And there you go. And Adam in Cherville checked in today. Adam, appreciate you. And he said he needed that after a long weekend and a big celebration with the Bears, which we'll get to in a minute. Gets you fired up for this morning. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Give us that Proof of Life check-in, 312-591-8300. We all good? We all here? We good, Kenzie?
I'm good.
Good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Voice a little cracky.
Is your voice cracky a little bit?
A little bit, I noticed today. So, hey, I'm going through puberty.
Oh.
Leave me alone. It's a big day.
You scream a lot this weekend?
Just at my kids.
Got it. Case, how's your voice?
It's good. It's not crackly. I'm a grown boy.
You have no kids either to scream at.
You're a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any kids. That'd be weird if I did.
You ever scream at neighborhood kids yet in your new neighborhood?
I don't see... Uptown is full of adults. It's
Yeah.
a grown-up neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of children around.
I'm gonna bring mine on leashes over there and just see what happens.
Knock yourself out.
See all the adults just shook. No.
It would be very weird.
You know what's funny is if she brought her kids over on leashes in Uptown, no one would say anything.
No.
It'd just be part of the weird neighborhood of Uptown. Just like, there's the weird lady with her kids on a leash.
There's something in the water there where sometimes people are just, you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so here we go. In an hour, about 7:10, we will have a chance to tickets to the sold-out Rise Again show at the Salt Shed in Clash with Kenzie, so make sure you're here at 7:10. But we can't start the show without looking a little bit back at yesterday. I mean, the Bears, come on, let's go, 3-2. I got a lot of stats to get to in sports, but why don't we just recap in 50 seconds what happened yesterday? 50 seconds of joy.
Williams play fake, now throws, wide open, it's DJ Moore, the former Carolina Panther, is in for a Bears touchdown, 34 yards. This will be second and goal. The give is to Johnson, he's in, touchdown. Kramer shifts, the handoff to Swift, and this time he's in. Second down and 8, Williams, Moore, end zone, he's got it, touchdown. In the face! In the face! First and goal, it's Johnson, and he is in. Johnson's second touchdown today.
And he's grabbing and a little push, and that's the frustration. J.C. Horn, extremely frustrated. And he goes after another offensive lineman, and now all of a sudden it's everyone getting into it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact or multiple facts to make your brain go. And it's October 7th, so we're already getting Christmas decorations up at Costco. Forget about Halloween. It's already over, basically, if you go out to a store right now. But this is what's happening at the end of the year as well, earlier than usual. The first Google top searches of the year. Now, this one goes to Chicago, and so it's Google's top, quote, "Is it weird?" searches of 2024. And this focuses on Chicago as well. So you always put that in your search bar and you go, "Is it weird?" and it finishes for you. But don't do that right now. Just take a guess on what you think the top "Is it weird?" searches are of 2024 for Chicago. Kenzie, what do you think? I'll give a couple of them when we get, 5 minutes from now. I'll give you the top 5 really quick.
So top of the year so far.
Top of the year, "Is it weird?" and then finish that. So is it weird?
If my feet get bigger.
Great answer. Great.
Are your feet getting bigger?
No, but I'm always nervous about it. Because I know that happens to some people, and I I have like a shoe collection, and I'm always worried that my investment is just going to plummet because my feet get bigger.
I'm going to say, I've never heard of someone's feet getting bigger after a certain age. I don't know.
Yeah, like people shrink or they get bigger, and I'm like, this is going to happen to me.
So I've heard of people shrinking when they get
Yes.
older.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the feet. I just thought their feet stayed the same size.
No, not always. And that's the rub. You
Damn,
know?
now I'm thinking about that. That might keep me up.
Right.
I've been a size 13 since I was 12 years old.
I know. I've had the same feet since 6th grade.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have some shoes. I'm like, well, these light up. I need to get rid of them because I have the same feet. And I've always am worried about it.
Okay, Case, what do you think the top Is It Weird searches are of 2024? The top one, I'll give you like 5 of them when we come back.
Is it weird to wear earplugs at concerts?
Ow.
And I say that because we know it's not weird. We know it's something everybody should do. But I still think a majority of the population feel they're going to be made fun of for protecting their ears.
It is. It's very, very shameful, making you feel insecure about doing the right thing.
The right thing.
So you can hear at a later age.
God forbid.
All right,
I don't think that's weird. I would never judge somebody for that.
There are people that judge when you put earplugs in.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it. They look at you and go like, wuss. What?
Is that what they do?
Yeah,
Well, Brian, in fairness, how can you hear them?
I can read their lips. I see wuss. I
They're
see
just
wuss.
like, excuse me, I can't see around you. And Brian's like, I can't believe I'm being harassed right now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. And in a way, it's kind of a couple facts. So I guarantee we're the first morning show to give you a Google end of the year search trend because it's October 7th.
Right now.
Yeah.
We win.
Everything's going earlier. There's Christmas stuff up in Costco. Forget about Halloween. Forget about Thanksgiving. We're already at Christmas. But this one relates to Chicago and to Google's top trends. Is it weird? So is it weird? And then what comes afterward? These are the top searches of 2024. Kenzie said, is it weird that my feet are getting bigger? That's not right, but I'm sure there's some on your
It's
search.
important.
Yeah. A lot of women checked in and said when they got pregnant, had a kid, their feet got bigger. So.
Exactly.
And
no one
you've
believes me.
been pregnant, so you might have bigger feet. Case said, is it weird to put earplugs in at concerts?
Which is not weird, but I think a lot of people feel stigmatized by it.
It's also not weird if your feet get bigger, I guess, either, but that's not right. There's 5 of them here. Let me go through them kind of quick here, or just, actually not quick. Let's just let these breathe for a minute.
Let's sit on them.
Let's sit on them. For example, number 5 in Chicago for Is It Weird search is it weird to eat alone at a restaurant?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Why do people do that to people? Come on.
Well, I would say this, and to almost all these that are coming up here, is when I was single, I did all of these and didn't think anything of it and
Hell
enjoyed
yeah.
them.
I ate alone a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it's after the show Friday, I took Case to Popeye. Sorry, Kenzie, you'd already left for the day. I dropped Case off near where we live near each other.
I'm used to it.
There's a Popeyes up there. And we went in there and we talked about that, of eating alone in Popeyes, even though we were together, of how nice that is sometimes. And we both agreed it's a real enjoyable experience to sit and people watch at a fast food restaurant by yourself.
You know what's nice is you get to get a refill if you stay.
Yes.
This is when you really start getting your money's worth. And you get like more sauce if you need it. More people should sit down. Trust me.
You get the white tablecloth treatment at Popeyes.
Hell yeah.
I think the problem is forgetting Sarah Marshall convinced everybody that eating alone is sad.
Oh,
and it's
no.
not sad.
It's not. I agree. I never okay, I will honestly say I am somebody who really, really, really enjoys food. Okay? It's
yeah.
You know this about me. And the number one thing for me is finding good restaurants. I get excited to try restaurants. I get excited when certain chefs open restaurants that I've seen. This is like bands for me. In case you hear about them, they're like, oh my God, this chef's gonna be in town. I get excited. And so of course I have to eat alone sometimes when doing that.
Yeah, here's that scene, by the way, and forgetting Sarah Marshall when he goes in there and why am I forgetting both actors' names?
When Jason Segel.
No, let him do this.
Jason, I was going to say Seth Rogen, but it's the kid from Superbad.
Yeah, what's his name?
No, don't say anything, Case.
You're right, Kenzie, my bad. I
So-
should have even given him Segel.
Exactly. I want to see where this goes.
Jason Segel and Paul
Winona
Rudd.
Ryder.
No, it's not
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's in it, but it's not him. Why can't I think of the Superbad guy? I love Superbad. It's my favorite funny movie of the last 20 years.
No one text.
No one on the text line. Do not help Brian.
This is our version of The Office. We try to think of Kit Kat. Yeah. Everyone's like, nobody tell him.
Because he used to be heavy and now he's thin.
And now you don't think he's funny because he's thin.
That's not true.
You can't do that to people. Yeah,
That's not true.
Who would that be?
Oh, my God.
Is it Kevin James?
No, it's not Kevin James. It's,
It's not Michael Cera.
That's right. So it's Michael Cera is the one kid in Superbad.
It's not Bill Hader.
I'm not gonna get it.
Well, then we're not gonna go on with the fact.
Sorry about it. That's it. You're gonna have to let that go.
All right, show's over. Everybody go home.
All right, play Soundgarden.
Okay, maybe if I play the scene, it'll hit me. So it's the scene when Jason Segel goes into the restaurant alone, and the guy from Superbad's there talking to him.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'd like to grab some dinner, please.
Okay, great. Is your wife gonna meet you?
No.
All right, your girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
You just by yourself? Sucks.
That sucks.
Okay, so just one. All right, here's your wine list, your menu. Come on. Do you want like a magazine or something? It's gonna be boring if you're just sitting by yourself.
I think I'll be all right, thank you.
I just would be so depressed.
You know what? Because somebody died on text line. I saw it. Jonah Hill. Oh. I didn't get it on my own. I wouldn't have got.
Lisa, she texted it. I wrote no. And
I
was
know.
like, what are you doing?
I didn't mean to look down. I wanted to get it on my own, but I would not have gotten it today. Something's off. Well, it's Monday. I'm not going to get that.
Monday.
Jonah
Who
Hill.
can remember Jonah Hill on a Monday?
Love Friday guy.
What do you want him to, solve world hunger
Yes,
too? Lay
yes.
off Brian.
Love him. Love him. All right, so that's one of the top searches of Is It Weird of 2024. Is it weird to eat alone in a restaurant? All these are about kind of being alone. Number 3 is it weird to go to a concert alone? Who are we looking at, Kenzie? Case behind me over there?
That sucks.
That sucks.
I'm going to a concert alone on a Wednesday.
You want a magazine?
I don't want a magazine. I want to enjoy the concert by myself.
I got to say, when you go to a concert by yourself, I'm trying to think of the last one I went to by myself. What was the last one? I know I've been in the last year to one by myself.
A concert alone?
Jonah Hill, his concert.
Was Jonah Hill playing?
I don't know if I've done a concert alone.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what? I've worked in radio literally since I've been 18, though.
Yeah.
And because of that, even if you're going with a coworker, like most of the concerts I went to, obviously related to the radio station.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was always easy to get someone to go with you, even though Case works at a radio station and can't get anyone to go with him.
Well, I don't want to go with a lot of people.
That's the thing with him. He doesn't want to go because it'll upset the show.
Because I am going to see Fontaine's DC on Wednesday at the Salt Shed.
Wow.
And I know they're like the it band at Q101 right now. I know a lot of people from the station are going to be there, and I'm going to try to avoid them because then if I see them, then I have to like talk to them. And I just want to.
You definitely don't want to run into at that show?
Me.
No.
Oh.
But the other Brian.
Oh, Brian Phillips.
Oh my God. Forget about listening to any music.
Yeah.
Because if you run into Brian Phillips and he's been drinking, he does a live version of the history of alternative.
Pretty much.
And you don't get to watch the concert.
Yeah.
Ever.
So you remember Fontaine's DC, my Venn diagram I have here will show you exactly where they started in
Do you know who
in
inspired
Ireland.
them? And then I interviewed them and then you're like, oh wow. So I didn't hear anything.
They met you too as a kid. And, yeah. I sidled up to Case at Lollapalooza when Military Gun was playing, and he moved away from me because he didn't want to be upset.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, these are all, it's okay. It's not weird. Let's get the number one. The number one thing in Is It Weird searches of 2024 already, here we are you ready for this? Is it weird to talk to yourself?
Oh, I talk to myself a lot.
Yeah.
Like an aggressive amount.
Well, so you have a long drive in. Do you talk to yourself in the car?
No, I talk to myself. Well, I talk to myself. I like work things out that I have to do. So I'm like, okay, I will be in the kitchen. I'm like, I'm going to make dinner. And when I clean that up, that is when I'm going to, whatever, knock out a science project with them. And then from there, I can do my show. I do that. And Roman's always like, who are you talking to from upstairs? I'm like, me.
Yeah.
But I have to like verbalize when I have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Like, even today, I'm like, I am going to pack. I have to plant the mums before I leave. I have to do that. Like, I have like 8 things that I have to do.
So I talk to myself on the street a lot. And I've had people look at me like I'm that crazy homeless guy saying, the sky's falling. You know, that guy, the government.
What are you saying? Are you saying those things?
I say things, I talk to myself when I do. I go like, what's really the meaning of life? What happens after death? I mean, do we know where we are after death?
They should rightfully probably look at you. You're kind of shouting out opinions.
But I'm talking mumbling more. I'm not really saying it that loud, but I'm like, I really wonder what happens when we die. Do we really go to heaven? Are we looking down? Are there people? Is the sky littered with people looking down on us? Is my body really a shell, or will I wake up in my coffin and go like, oh my God, you buried me alive? Like I say this stuff out loud when I'm walking on the street a lot.
Well, that's weird.
And I think I'm thinking it.
So if you Google if yours is weird, then yes.
I think I'm thinking it, but I'm saying it out loud.
Did you know, this is odd. Do you know that some people narrate in their mind and some people don't? So I think about things like, okay.
That's shocking.
No, but listen. It's very weird to explain. It's very weird to verbalize. But in your head, you think about things before you do it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs and grab water, and then you go do it, and you can you say it in your head, right? Like you almost narrate whatever. Like, oh, like in my mind, if I'm brushing my teeth, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna wear? Like you think about that, like internally. Some people have no internal voice. Like they don't. Like, there's no voice saying, like, what they're going to do next. Or, like, they're not talking to themselves, if that makes sense. You know, is that out loud?
Because you've hung around me enough, and Case has too. I narrate out loud.
I know.
Yes, you do.
I say, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to come back. We're going to work on the show. We're going to do this. I have to say it out loud. And Megan goes, oh, have to deal with this when you guys aren't around even longer. The other person I'm around longer than you guys is Megan, my wife.
Yep.
And she has to deal with it constantly. And I just say what I'm going to do, and how I'm going to do it, and how it's going to be finished, and when it's going to be finished. And then I'm going to be dead in the ground, and then I'm going to be in the coffin, and then I'm going to wake up because they didn't bury me properly.
But do you have inner dialogue?
No, it's out loud.
You never say anything internally.
No, because I'm always talking out loud.
Case, do you have inner dialogue?
Yeah, my inner dialogue is in the form of, you know, on reality TV where they have the talking head.
Yes.
Like the confessionals.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at everything in hindsight, but I'm doing it as if I was on a reality TV show.
That's fine. I get it. I get what you're talking about.
So we're going to go to Case over on the island. The voice talks to you like that?
And then I'm going to be like, and then Brian did something dumb today, and I was all like, da-da-da-da-da, and then Brian was all like, da-da-da-da-da, and then that's how my inner monologue works. I will say living with someone, that's been the toughest adjustment, is I can no longer just ramble to myself out loud all day.
Does your inner dialogue...
The inner dog, baby.
The inner dog.
The inner dog.
Does your inner dialogue say, when we come back?
Yeah. After a snack.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Bill Curtis with your headlines coming up, but the highlight of your weekend. People checking in, 312-591-8300. A lot of people use that warm weather to finish up Halloween decorations. Like 773 said, my weekend was great. Finished all that up. And my Vikings beat the Jets yesterday. Go Vikings. Wow. A Vikings fan checking in early. Well, hey, as long as you're happy. I'm happy with the Bears turnout there. But, a lot of people, tons of people checking in with the Halloween decoration stuff. But a big question we had is the Oasis show pre-sale happened Thursday. I bought 4 tickets. Case bought 4, 2 of them for me. And then the show sold out in 20 minutes on Friday completely. Soldier Field, 60,000 people sold out for Oasis. And on our Twitter, Oasis announced there will not be a second Chicago show. They can't make room in the tour that they're doing. So right now, Chicago gets one show sold out in 20 minutes, which means those tickets, I saw they went up in value, Case, the ones we bought. Somebody was telling them trying to get a resale for $1,000 for the $250 tickets we bought.
Really?
Yes. Now I own 6 of them now. So that could
Why are you hoarding them?
It's so annoying. I couldn't get in. I didn't get the lottery. Brian has 6 tickets. This is like America in a snapshot.
Hey, if one's good, 6 has to be better. That's my motto. That's my motto.
I need more tickets than there's people in my family.
So I really want to go, of course, but I said to Megan, hey, $6,000 for a grand. Or well,
That's
actually,
nice. Then you'll resell them, really.
But, we're going to keep them because we love Oasis. That's a dedication to the music that we have, and we will be going to the show and the people that we give the tickets to. Now, people asked, in a situation that I pay back Case the $500 I owe him for buying 2 of the 4 on his end, because you can only buy 4 as the limit. Boy, was that stressful after the show on Friday. Mm-hmm. You don't hear Case talking right now. It's very stressful.
Well, it's very stressful for me. I was owed $500.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot of money, Brian, for some people. You know, like me.
Obviously not Brian.
No,
He's
Mr.
sitting on
Moneybags.
6
Yeah, sure.
Oasis tickets, what I thought.
That's why I'm thinking about selling all of them, making a profit
Will the rich get richer?
to dig out of this hole I'm in. But I'll tell you, it was very sticky, and I tried to transfer money to Case through Zelle, and it didn't happen. It got canceled twice, Kenzie. The transfer got canceled twice, and so I called Zelle before looking at my funds in the account. And boy, they just told me it was flagged for high risk, the transfer of money. And I said, why? Who's at risk, me or Case?
Just so I know.
And they kind of said both.
Yeah.
They're like, basically, this is the transaction of our nightmare.
Kenzie, it was so bad that the people at Zelle actually said, you should try Venmo. They told me to go to their competitor because they didn't want to deal with the transaction of $500.
I mean, are they wrong?
I don't. All of a sudden, it was equivalent to Mark Cuban buying the Dallas Mavericks for a couple $1 billion. I didn't understand why this transaction got so flagged. They were so worried about either.
I think they would have trusted him, though. You see the difference?
Well, I couldn't understand if they didn't trust Case or me. But again, it came to both. They didn't trust either of us.
I concur. Maybe they contacted me and asked, and I'm like, I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's very disappointing. So I had to go get cash, and I eventually, the result is...
You gave him cash?
I went
Cold
to
hard cash?
I had to go to 2 ATMs because my limit's lower than $500.
That tracks.
And looking for an ATM is humiliating enough, but looking for 2 is really bad.
And then, there's just the person behind you is always looking at you, like when you're trying to type in your number.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
guard that code like you're trying to block out for a rebound.
Yeah. And I had 200 at one and 300 at another, and it didn't look good. Like I was walking out of that much cash. Like I'm going to buy drugs. But I got my steps in. That was good. And Case got his money. Case finally got, so everybody can tell, Case got his $500 for the Oasis tickets.
The money that he's earned because he got tickets on your behalf.
That's right. He finally got his victory, and he got his money for his tickets.
I don't know if I got my victory. I think I got justice. That's what's more important here.
I don't know.
I think you're a lucky ducky.
I see us as friends, and maybe he could have just looked the other way on this one.
It was $500.
But Case, no, he wouldn't look the other way.
Stewie, hey.
Hey there. So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
You know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't feel so good, does it? No, huh? Yeah, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens. You got till 5 o'clock. You hear me? You got till 5 o'clock.
You freaking psychopath!
Clean yourself up.
That was Case after the show Friday. He said, in 5 minutes, I want my money. It was very disturbing, but he got it. There you go. Here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. The new Joker movie is being called the worst movie ever made. Hold my beer, replied Megalopolis. A fire broke out on a Frontier Airlines flight as it landed in Las Vegas. A frightening reminder the biggest gamble you make in Vegas is flying Frontier Airlines. Scientists say climate change is causing polar bears to lose weight. Either that or they can no longer afford bottles of Coca-Cola. U.S. employers added 254,000 jobs in September. However, half that number is Diddy's new legal team. And a burglar in England hung up a woman's laundry and unloaded her groceries. Once cops track him down, she hopes to marry him. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.